What is up, everybody? You know, I always start this show off by showing love to those companies who help make this podcast possible. First is my newest, my friends over at HouseCall Pro. This is a CRM, a customer resource manager, or you can call it a FSM, which would be what's that, field service management tool. It's a software, dispatching software, something to run your company based off of. We use this at Beltway. I've always said this. I have been one of the biggest critics of House Call Pro. They have constantly, for the last several years, proved me wrong. They keep adding new features and new things to help you run your business, things for technicians, the people in the field as well as in the office. And what gets me is the price isn't going up. And what they offer compared to some of these other companies out there, that I'm not saying that they're not good services, but they're astronomically priced. And what you get, so what you pay versus what you get versus House Call Pro is an absolute steal, which is why I love House Call Pro and why I wanted to work with them. It's easy for me to recommend something that I use on an everyday basis. So I set the schedule for Beltway. I can set it from my computer, my phone, my tablet. The technicians can use a tablet, phone, and it's easy to work with. It's easy to use. The guys can see their schedules. It's a color just for them. I'm going to make a video about it, and it's absolutely amazing. Anybody out there who is just starting a company up to 5, 6, 7 million, 10 million and under, I think that House Call Pro is what you need. And I absolutely love them. I'm glad that my ignorance didn't get us to change a few years ago, because we are running smooth and awesome with House Call Pro. I don't have my custom code yet. This is so new. Like I said, in the last couple of weeks, we're still working it out. But if you go down in the show notes of this podcast, whether you listen to this audio or you are watching the video live, go down in the show notes and click that link, and it'll take you to a special offer and get you all the discounts you're supposed to get for being a part of HVAC Uncensored Nation. All right. So remember, go check out House Call Pro, and on to the next one. My next one that is awesome, because if you have House Call Pro, you can add on this. These work in conjunction with each other, is my friends over at CompanyCam. CompanyCam, when you talk about job site documentation and how you present it to a customer, CompanyCam is the best. Nobody can do what they do. It comes to taking pictures and how it organizes it. It keeps all this stuff off of your people's phones or your phones. No more of the days of scrolling through your pictures and can't find your kids because you got data plates and furnaces and ACs and all that kind of stuff are over. It keeps us in a totally separate area, even though you're using your phone to take it. Timestamps it, catalogs it, customer's name, geotags it, makes it easy for your business to be able to use these pictures when it comes to SEO or marketing. It is absolutely amazing. You can annotate and I don't know. You can draw on the fucking picture. You can draw on the picture, make markings, all that kind of stuff. And then it gives you custom templates to be able to share these with the customer. So it just looks professional. Give them updates on the project, whatever it is. You cannot beat what CompanyCam does. And I've been saying this for months. I got to get CompanyCam back on, because they're ones, again, they've added so many things that I can't even keep up with them. I know they have a video thing now, chat, and all kind of stuff built into it that is absolutely amazing. So I do have a link for this. You can go to companycam.com/HVAC Uncensored, and they will give you a free 14-day trial, and then you get 50% off your first 2 months. All right. Enough paying the bills. Let's get on with the show. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States, and thank you to all those men and women who defend it.
Welcome to the #1 rated HVAC podcast. If you're looking to grow in the HVAC industry, then you're in the right spot. Blue collar people talking about blue collar shit. Let's get better together. So turn up the volume, buckle your seatbelt, and let's welcome your host, Gil KV Jr.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored podcast. I'm your host, Gil KV Jr. Here we are, another Wednesday, another fucking hump day. So change of plans tonight. And you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I'll be honest with you. I don't really fucking care anymore. I think the last podcast that I had with Gene was very good. But the truth is, and you guys know I keep it real. I don't fucking hide anything. It pisses me off when somebody cancels 10 minutes before the show. This podcast books out fucking months in advance. And, you know, when I let people come on, and I get it, shit happens. I feel like asshole tonight. You know, I didn't even feel like recording, but it's not the point. You got to do what you got to do. You know, I love you guys. And, you know, if I'm going to do a podcast, I need to be there every week. Obviously, I wasn't here last week, the day before Thanksgiving, but you can't fucking do that, man. And I get sick and tired of fucking people who think that that's okay. Oh, it's just a podcast. Like, I can sit here and talk to you guys myself. Me and Kelly did that for the first several years. I had no guests, and this podcast still grew. I don't need guests. I don't need you. I don't need anybody to come on this show. So it's gonna start getting to the point, man, where people are just gonna start not being allowed on this fucking show anymore. I try to suck it up and take the high road to do what's best for people like you. People like you guys. I want to give you good content, good information, regardless of my personal feelings sometimes. But I was just telling Jason in the comments, talking to him, man, it's hard to really not like go full-fledged fucking uncensored sometimes because it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Anyway, man, I hope each and every one of you had an amazing Thanksgiving. Sorry, I didn't even put anything out last Wednesday. I had a guest, to be honest, that I rescheduled with him. Did give him plenty of notice, though. I had some family in town that, you know, wasn't expecting, and ended up doing that the day before Thanksgiving. Then I took a few days off, you know, just to have fun around the holiday. With this whole moving thing, I didn't take a vacation this summer, so it's been grinding and grinding. So taking those days around the holidays, I'll probably do the same thing around Christmas, take a few days off, and just fucking relax. But I hope all of you had an amazing Thanksgiving. Remember what you're thankful for. I know it sounds corny, but sad part is a lot of people don't, man. Realize what they're thankful for. Take that day, man, and just be thankful for little things in life. Reset your mind, you know, reset the fucking energy, because I don't have to sometimes. This might sound stupid. I left my phone. Obviously, you guys know I smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke in the house. I go outside. I was out on my deck smoking a cigarette, and I left my phone inside. So I'm out there with nothing to do. Twiddle my thumbs, no videos to watch, can't double check, you know, watch YouTube or nothing. And I just look up at the sky, you know, I'm watching the moon. It's a clear sky. You just sit there and take a deep breath. Obviously, it's cold around here. It's in the fucking 30s, you know, low 30s, high 20s. Just kind of, it's, you know, when you stop the hustle and bustle of life and just take a deep breath sometimes, it's amazing how good it feels. So hopefully that didn't get too corny. Got a good pump, breach rounds. Nice. So, obviously, let me say hi to everybody. Mr. Jason Johnson's in here as always. What is up, my man? Mr. C. Young, what is up, buddy? And Mr. Isaiah, what is up, Zay? How you doing, buddy? Is it a big deck? I consider it big. So obviously I was supposed to have a guest tonight. I didn't have any plans, but and I do kind of feel like ask, but we'll sit in here and rap a little bit just to see what's up. I see somebody from says a restream bot from Facebook. What is up? If you're on Facebook, it's weird about it. You have to give it permission to use your name. So if you're on Facebook watching, if you wanna say what your name is, then I'll shout you out. But otherwise, all it says is Facebook user, just so you know. Um, uh, bulky, but I consider it carry on. But I wonder how is everybody doing? Like, where's the weather? I know, with Texas, with Jason and some people, it got cold here, like pretty quick. Thank you for the hat. Just so everybody knows, I finally put in a merch order. So you can get merch. You go through my website, you can get stuff, but I don't really push that merch because I've never got it and it's pre-built like on the website. So that's why I don't share it a lot. I don't think it's bad stuff. I know a few people have gotten it and they've been happy. Um, I just don't push it because I don't want to put my name behind something I don't know. So I'm personally buying a shit ton of merch myself. I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to turn into a t-shirt salesman, but I feel like that's the only way that I can control the quality for you guys. Because if you buy a shirt with my logo on it, I want it to be a good shirt. I want you to want to wear it, and I want it to be like a decent quality. So I am gonna buy them myself, and then I also have anybody that's going to AHR. I bought 100 of these special shirts that say HVAC, has my logo on the front, and then has mine, and it says AHR 2024 Chicago on the back, that are going to be giveaway shirts. I'm literally going to give them away at AHR. So if anybody's going there, come find me or let me know, and let me know what your size is, and I'll put it away for you to make sure that you get one of those shirts. Speaking of that, I'm looking forward to AHR. I really am. I don't know if it's just the getaway. I'm not looking forward to going to Chicago in January, but I am truly looking forward to it. I was talking to Mr. Craig Migliaccio today, him and Mr. Brandon, who is his partner who works with him, helps make all these videos behind. Two awesome guys. I was talking about AHR and about different things, and looking forward to that. That's awesome, Jason. I'm glad you like those stickers, man. I got to get some more made. And that's another thing, man, that I didn't do. And I got to go back on Instagram. I asked a bunch of people if they wanted stickers, and then I just never fucking sent them. I, I, I'm fucking. I gotta slow down sometimes, man. I get so busy in the hustle and bustle that it's pathetic. But my wife's been helping me out. But if anybody wants any of my stickers, I don't charge for those. If you want them, then just you can message me, email me, HVAC Uncensored at gmail.com, and I will mail them out to you for nothing. So um, Jason's seen them. I have the matter of fact, I have all three of them right here. Um, I have the regular circle, the this is like the whatever the fuck you call that, and then this one, the normal one, the die cut. I got to get some more before AHR, to be honest, because I went with 5,000 stickers last year and I came home with a couple hundred. So I got to make sure I have enough for that. Um, but we've been actually picking up. We've been hiring some people. So we hired. Let's see, one, two, three, three installers to up. To have, what do we have? Four. We have four install teams now, and been pretty steady. I'm surprised because normally this time of year for us here in Maryland, it starts to dive off. Like it kind of it dies off, especially before Christmas, which I get it. With inflation, you watch the news and the world's going to end, and your money sucks. Everything costs more. People don't want to spend money, and it's always been like that. Around the holidays, people's wallets go. Um, Not even just buying systems per se. I'm just talking about repairs in general. They just don't want to do certain things. And I'm surprised it's been pretty steady. I wouldn't say busy, but it's a little bit more than steady, if that makes sense. So I'll take it. I will take it. Is the feed coming through for everybody? I did some updates. What do you mean, young? You are covered up. Yeah, I thought it stopped there for a second. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm making sure. I have I'm facing this way and on the screen I have like a 180-degree thing here and the screen's over here to see what it was doing, so I just wanted to make sure. Loud and clear. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let me put the stickers back. One thing that I do want to bring up, kind of the elephant in the room. I've seen some posts about it, and you guys know that even if somebody sponsors me, that I'll always be honest and think about something, and I'll always offer any insight that I think that I may have. And I saw a post, about what Bluon, which you guys know I love Bluon, about what they're charging for, um, the two-person stuff, which I'll be 100% honest, and I've told them this. They already know this. I think that that's a little ridiculous. Um, as far as pricing wise. So I think they need to get back to the drawing board about that. I understand some of the pushback. And like I said, I'm always completely honest with them. But the other side of it is I get their mindset though. I know our everybody's good friend in here, Miss HVAC chick Jennifer does, tech support and stuff like that. And which is amazing what she does. It really is. So please, when I say this is nothing negative towards that. You guys know I love her, everything she does. She's a fucking rock star. But it's a bunch of volunteers, and they're not doing 150,000 people. Um, a lot of you don't know this because they didn't publicize it. There was a lot of Blue On tech support guys that got laid off. Some of them are ones that you may know, and that crushed Blue On. I mean, it crushed Mr. Peter. I've talked to him about it. That is not something that he wants to do. Um, every one of those guys is technicians. They've been, 15, 20 plus years in the field, and they get paid well. Just like all of you guys want to be paid well. So are they. Um, that costs money. And that's why it eventually could not be free anymore. And I'm not trying to defend that because, like I said, the pricing I don't agree with. I think that that's astronomical. No tech, um, even if I was like, hey, me and a buddy can't afford what that is. Like, what is it, $200 a month? I do think that's ridiculous. I agree with that 100%, and I've told them that. But um, that's just kind of my thought on it. I wanted to make sure I said that so people don't think that, oh, Gil only talks good about them, because I want to be honest about the whole thing. Um, and a lot of people, to be honest, the whole thing about charging for it. So, all the guys and girls out there that, they can't buy parts from supply houses in order to get tech support for free. Um, because they can't decide where they can buy from and whether they can use Blue On or not because they're just a technician. They just work there and their boss doesn't let them. I get it. So a lot of people have emailed me and said, hey, I wish that there was like, a monthly fee or something I could pay for to have access to it. So people asked for it. I still think they asked for, your spending your kid's college fund on it. So I do think they have to go back to the drawing board. And I know Blue On, they will. They'll go back to the drawing board and try to correct that and see if they can, make some changes to it. So I wanted to make sure that I said that. Um, yeah, Jason, and I get it, and I know them, and when I was looking at some of the comments on that, and people are like, they're such a big company that they should offer it for free. Like, come on, man. Like, nobody's in business. Why don't you work for free? Why don't you give your company the paycheck back? Like, come on, that's just being silly. Don't be silly. Let's at least have common sense. And even Ryan, my buddy Ryan, the owner of Beltway, my boss, you know, I always try to play devil's advocate in situations. And I try to look at things from both sides. And I always try to do that. I think it's maybe better in evaluating things that, you got to be honest with yourself about whatever it is. Mr. Kraus, what is up, my man? You're probably thanking God you're not in Maryland right now. It's cold as balls here, bro. My tropic and air. What is that, Kraus? Found out my tropic won't deal? Is that a supply house? Well, exactly. You know what I mean? And yeah, not here, man. It's fucking man, it's warmed up a little bit. It's 34. Um yeah, so that's what I mean, and it's on a huge scale. And like I said, I am not taking away what Jen does at all. That's just, you know, that's where I saw the post, and I've seen other people, not just Jen. And please, that was nothing negative towards her. So don't anybody try to twist it. I love Jen. What she does is absolutely fucking amazing. And the fact that those people volunteer to do that and don't get paid. I mean, that's awesome. So I don't want that to get twisted in any way. But yeah, it's a little silly. Um, but yes, the other thing is, it's finally after years. Um, Yellow Jacket is on True Tech Tools. That is absolutely amazing. Two amazing companies. I was just talking to Mr. Greg Goosey, which is the head engineer, development, all that kind of stuff for Yellow Jacket. Very, very smart dude. So I love having conversations with him. And I love that companies like that have been around for a while, they actually like take your input. That's one thing that I love, because just because they sponsor me and stuff like that doesn't mean they have to give a fuck about what I say. You know, I could be like, "Oh, you should do this and you should do that," and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, go fuck yourself." You know, cash your check and just rep our brand. Shut your mouth. And they're not like that. So I think that none of the companies I work with are like that, for that matter. So I think that that's very awesome. Let's see, Tropic, similar in smaller spot. I tried to ask them about it because at a day I needed a part delivery. Would have been perfect. Like inside baseball shit. That's funny. Um, yeah, that's funny that they won't do it. I mean, it just helps them get more business. And the online stuff is awesome. Like I said, all my techs love it. And they don't have, it's not like I'm like, you have to fucking use it if you're gonna work for me. It's open to them. But what's up, HVAC 214? But they choose to. Sadly, you're probably right. There's a lot of companies out there that, if you say something, in all fairness, this is just Ken HVAC. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the podcast. Just so everybody knows, if you're coming in late, I had a guest. So if you see the thing, that guy didn't come. He canceled, fucking 10 minutes before the show was supposed to start. So that's why I'm sitting here by myself. Um, but that's why I don't have a topic and we're just bullshitting talking about random things. Um, Shit, what was I thinking? Oh yeah. So funny story. Um, Years ago, and if Isaiah's in here, he'll probably remember this. Um, I actually have them back there. I have three of the original. Oh, I had a whole hand up. Three. I had three of the original Testo 550s. Um, I used to like them. I thought they were decent gauges. I've had everything. I mean, I just kind of rolled around. I'd use the Testos, the field piece, the yellow jacket. And I do that because that way I can give my honest opinion when people ask me. I don't give it based on who pays me and who sponsors me. Um, so I've used all of them. And I had three of those 550s. All three of them, the high side transducer blew. And I went and I bashed. I bashed them. I was pissed. Granted, it was emotional. I was frustrated, which is why I did something live on a live stream. I fucking ripped into Testo, and I guess it must have got back to them pretty quickly because I got an email saying that, hey, we're sorry you're so upset. If you would take it down, we'll send you rebuild kits for all three of them absolutely free. And I was like, well, that's cool. Like, yeah, that's cool. I'll do that. You send them to me, I'll take it down. Well, they didn't take it. They didn't send it to me. So fuck you, Testo. which I like Testo stuff, but that was fucked up. They didn't fucking send it to me. Yeah, Jason, and I think all the brands out there now are good. I can't, Field Piece makes good stuff. Testo, even though what I just said, I still think they make amazing stuff. Um, and so does Yellow Jacket. I what I love about Yellow Jacket is just like I don't know. When I think of Yellow Jacket, I think about starting this trade with my dad. Like that's literally what I think about. It's just kind of nostalgic for me. They've been around forever, and I always say this, even though I didn't say them, I didn't read them today. They're just their stuff is built rock solid, and they also have awesome warranty. I have tested their warranty where people have called in and they didn't know that the people had anything to do with me. I mean, I'm talking this is like 30, 40 times. And they've always honored, they've always taken care of it. And I get they don't have some of the flashiest stuff as far as like the screen's not colored and blah blah blah. But to be honest with me, like who gives a shit? I don't care. As long as as long as it does what I needed to do, that's all that matters. I wanted to be on my truck and it's like, hey, I gotta do a combustion analysis. Bam, let's grab it. Oh shit, I gotta check static pressure. Let me grab it. Gotta check refrigerant pressures. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want. I want it to do what it's designed to do when I fucking need it to do it. I don't necessarily care about looks. I mean, granted, I want it to be like streamlined and not be like heavy as fuck or, nothing like that. So to an extent, I do think Field Piece has the cool colored screens, and all that kind of stuff. But if I remember correctly, I do think that you pay for that though. It's a little bit more expensive. I could be wrong, so I don't put my foot in my mouth. I got a veto to warranty a 4-year-old bag. Oh yeah, Vito's awesome with theirs. And that's what people say, like, oh, they're expensive. But just realize if you spend 150, $200 for that bag, it's gonna last you a minimum of 5 years. Okay. You have a 5-year, warranty on that bag. So what is that? $20, $25 a year? I'm no math major. Um, you know what I mean? They're built to last. If you go buy those, cheap, $40 bags from Home Depot, the Home Depot, um, they last you what, 4 months? You got to buy a couple a year. So when you go over that same 5-year span, you're going to end up spending more than if you would have just forked over to buy the Vito. That's how I feel about them. The only bags that I use, just because I love the quality of them. I've never had back and neck shoes until I started using my overweight Vito bag. Sadly, Ken, it all depends on. I just gave the wife a titty twister. What the fuck, Jason? Um, that's the problem with some of the Vito bags. The fact that they are built so high quality, people feel the need that they can just shove so much shit in there. And the sad part is you zip it up and it closes. It's good, especially the book bags. And then you go to put that thing on your back and it feels like, you have the whole fucking van on the back of you. I have, to be honest, it's the one I was going to send you, Jason. I still have, here, I'll grab it. Hold on. I still have this Vito book bag here. And I always said I was willing to give it away. I guess it just has my initials and stuff on it. I just felt bad giving somebody a fucking beat up fucking bag. So that's why I never have. Um, Amazing bag. This Vito book bag is absolutely fucking amazing. But it can be entirely too fucking heavy. That's why I stopped using this. Um, Depending on what you do, they have that new Vito Pro Pack, Tech Pack, whatever with wheels. One of my techs just ordered that actually. Well, I ordered it for them. They're doing a tool loan. And I mean, that's cool if you can wheel it. You know. The Ken HVAC says, I actually took my big Vito bag and I use it for home tools. Stays in one place now. There you go. Only buy Vito. Easy warranty stop when yesterday. Yep. Good for you, HVAC 214. It's like anything, man. I mean, most of you, like, one thing that I always did, and I get it, not everybody can do this when they start out, buying the nicest tools, whether it's, you know, um, Klein tools or, fuck, what's the other one? I think of their name. Canimpex. Nimpex. Huh. Canimpex. Nimpex. Newpix, whatever. Whatever brand, the nicer brands that are out there, the Weehas or whatever it is. I get it. Most guys can't start out buying that. Anybody who's been in the Weira, yes, they're good. Nobody's been in the trade for any significant amount of time, 5, 6, 7+ years. You don't build your arsenal of tools in fucking year 1 and 2. It happens. You buy little things, you accrue little things. Or you get something to get the job done in the beginning, and then you upgrade that when you have the funds to do that. That's the way you have to do it. But I feel like you should be that with your tool bag too. I love Klein. I have a lot of good Klein stuff. I've always been a Milwaukee guy. Not that I'm, that Milwaukee DeWalt fucking battle or nothing like that. I just I love Milwaukee's 12-volt drill, and doing service in a residential application, I think that there is no better drill in your bag than that Milwaukee fucking 12-volt, and I would buy every generation. Before Milwaukee had one, I used to use a little Bosch one, and that one was pretty cool, but it can't hold a candle to the Milwaukee one. And then I started buying so much Milwaukee stuff, and the batteries are interchangeable, or you buy something that's the tool only. It just doesn't make sense. So no matter what brand you pick, I get it when people just stick with that brand. It just makes sense. Oh man, I didn't know you're a fucking black and yellow guy, Jason. What the hell? Klein, Fluke, and DeWalt. There you go. See, I for HVAC, I personally think that Field Piece makes the best bang for your buck meter when it comes to HVAC. That's just my opinion. This is horseshit. Not that Fluke does not make good stuff. They definitely do. I don't think that when it comes to HVAC, you have to buy 2 meters to do what 1 meter can do for Field Piece. I have the Field Piece, what is it, the 660? I love it. That's a fucking amazing meter. You can do everything you need to do, even when it comes to like mini splits and stuff, as far as being able to get really dialed in when it comes to DC voltage, all that kind of stuff. I love it. Makita. That's nice. I know some people that swear by Makita. I had a Makita set that I sent out and gave. I think Isaiah won the Makita drill. And I was going to do so I have like the nicest Milwaukee drills that they make. So I was gonna do a head-to-head with the Makita drill that I had versus my Milwaukee, but it wasn't fair though, because that wasn't like the equivalent Makita. That was like a base drill, so it wouldn't have been fair. So I didn't want to put that out. Yeah, see, Young, but that 902 FC, what does that meter? Like 300 and something bucks? And I think that meter's overpriced for what it is. Oh, there you are, Zay. Zay, didn't you win the Makita drill, bud? Well, in heavy equipment, I agree with you, man. I agree. And obviously I'm speaking, I'm the general manager of a residential field. Of a more residential market. I just think even when you're doing like light commercial and residential, I think it's some of those field piece meters you can't beat. And I'm not saying that Fluke makes bad stuff. I'm no, I wouldn't say that. I'd be stupid, ignorant to say that. I just think as far as like bang for your buck, I think my first one I ever bought, my dad got me was what is it, like the 330, the HVAC kit where it came with the meter, the clamp meter, and the multimeter. I used that for the longest time. It's the first one my dad bought me that and fucking yellow jacket gauges. Um, I tried to buy a Fluke, had a hard time finding one. Yeah, so I mean, like electricians and electrical stuff, like nobody can touch Fluke. You can't. To be honest, my field piece meter is, my optimal is that field piece, that SC660, and then I have Fluke leads with a Fluke lead kit with all the adapters and the plungers and different things. To me, that's the best like combination, in my opinion. The magnet, the head that twists, like it looks gimmicky, but it's amazing how awesome that is to use when you're trying to do something. 87-5. Damn, Jason, you give me part numbers and shit. Um, yeah, that's my go-to. I love that one. I used to have a Fluke Mega Ohm meter though. That thing was fucking beefy. I think it was way too much money for what I paid for it, but I kind of got that on a tool loan at a company that the guy was kind of a dick, and I may or may not have paid for it. So who gives a fuck? Um, Let me ask you this, and I know this is gonna be hard for people to put in the comments, but if you could have your dream tool bag and the tools in it, what would be your brands? Okay, so obviously a bunch you said Vito. So what Vito bag and what would be inside of it? If you guys can fucking give it to me. I know this would be better conversation, but none of you are on here, so you got to fucking type it. Okay, I'm curious. Is it like what Vito bag it would be, or maybe it's a different tool bag. Maybe you say fuck Vito and don't want that. But like the tool bag, like what would be the brand of tools that you would have in there if money was no object? If somebody said, "Hey, I'll buy you your fucking dream tool bag and I'll fill it with whatever tools you want," what would it be? Gave up some money to buy a Fluke 3-phase. Yeah, no, I don't need that. $3,500. You know how many capacitors I can buy for that? Impex, Klein, we're Vito, German and American made tools all day. Okay, okay. I use Klein backpack tool bag. I've had it for close to 3 years now. It's amazing. That's cool. And to be honest, the last company I used to run, I know a lot of guys who like that Klein backpack. They just kept having issues and kept having to do warranty. In all fairness, Klein kept warrantying it, but normally, like once every so years, they had to warranty it. I think the warranty was going to eventually run out, but I did know he had to warranty it 3 times. But he loved that bag. So, all fairness, Klein tools. Vito MB5B, Fluke meters, my Testo probe kit, Impex, line. Icon wrench pliers, Testo 557, the new Testo Proba. Did you mean to say that? Or just probes? Okay, probes. That's probably what it's supposed to be. Nice. Nice. Zay, tell your mom and dad I said hello. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm curious to how do you guys feel about like the companies you work for when it comes to tool loans? Over your career, have you just said fuck it and just bought your own tools, put it on a credit card, or have you ever used tool loans to your advantage? Because when I was coming up, I used it because it was like a 0% interest loan. And I tell my guys to do it. Obviously, depending how long they've been there, how much they make, is how much that I'll give them at a time. But I always loved doing it. That's how I got a lot of shit back in the day. And I would still buy my own stuff, but I would use those fucking tool loans to my advantage. Because like I said, it's a 0% fucking interest loan. Dude, I started out with a bunch of my dad's busted Craftsman tools and Walmart shit. Exactly. I mean, young, that's, having nice tools is just, having the tools of your trade and just having, some kind of care about what you do, but it's not needed. I figured what you meant, Zay. It's all good, buddy. Okay, so well, and I don't blame you, Jason. So I meant tool loan, not tool allowance. So like a lot of our guys, like we used to like give them vacuum pumps and stuff like that. Now, um, I rather help them buy their own vacuum pump. For one, they're gonna take care of it better. And I want these guys to start building up their tools. So I make it very affordable. So pretty much the way it works is if you're under 250, it's 25 bucks a week. 500 between 250 and 500, it's $50 a week. 500 to 750, $75, 750 to 1,000, $100 a week is the max that I would take out. And this way, these guys, they're building their own tools that, they care about it. It's their money. So it doesn't belong to us. It's not Beltway's. The only way that it's Beltway's tool is if, God forbid, they leave or get fired, which doesn't really happen here. And they're like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna have to take 400 bucks out of your last paycheck, or you can give the tool back and I'll buy it back from you. And they're like, just buy it back. Other than that, we don't ever have that. Hey, good for you, Andrew. That's awesome. I mean, like I said, it's an interest-free loan. If your company offers it, use it. It doesn't hit you all at once. You can help build up your tools. I'm all for them. I was just curious how people thought about it. Recovery machine took a dump. I'm telling you, man, this new fucking Yellow Jacket one is awesome. Actually, I don't have it here because I think it's at my office. The guys were using it today. Um, that one is badass. The new Yellow Jacket one, young is pretty slick. My guys love it because we have to buy another one. And I asked them, and we have the fucking Milwaukee one, Field Piece one. We have a couple, and they were like, "Nah, get the Yellow Jacket one." And I literally told them, "I'm like, you don't have to say that because of like, they sponsor me." And they're like, "No, for real." They're like, "The thing's fucking fast as hell when it recovers." So they all love it. So I'm gonna get another one. Which, if you came in late, you can now purchase Yellow Jacket at TrueTechTools.com and use the discount code Uncensored to save 8% on your order. Whoop whoop. That's awesome. So happy that finally happened. I feel like I'm getting fucking sick. I know they made a pump. They don't make a recovery machine though, do they, Kraus? Andrew, that's exactly why I help all of my guys get their own stuff. If God forbid they leave and want to do something, they have their own things. And plus, with all our guys, let's not lie to each other. I know that some guys are going to do side work. Okay, I mean, did I do side work back in the day? Yeah, I did. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell them they can't do it. Let's just not lie to each other about it. You have your own tools, use your own stuff. It is what it is. So that's why I like helping techs get their own stuff. We have a G5 too, the Appion one, but the button on the front broke. I gotta get another button for it. Don't like red. Apparently they're making a recovery machine though. Really? Hmm. I love Milwaukee, but it's like I feel like they're kind of overstepping their boundaries here. I have a field piece vacuum pump with interchangeable cartridges. It's awesome. Yeah, we have two of those, Andrew. My two of my install teams have them. Although that whole like changing the oil while it's running stuff, I think is kind of a novelty. I think it's kind of bullshit, but that's the ones they have. We have two of the VP85s. Whatever, there's two of them. Whatever the nicer one is. I know I spent like 600 and something dollars for that motherfucker, each of them. I'm pretty sure it is the VP85. Which they're nice pumps. I have not a bad thing to say. But I just think that whole like changing the oil while it's running stuff, like my guys are like, that's kind of stupid. Like it doesn't work like they say. Plus, who the fuck needs to change the oil while the pump's running? Like, just turn it off, valve it off, change the oil, and start the pump back up. So I've always thought that was kind of funny that that's like a sell. People are like, I bought it because you can change the oil while it's running. Yeah, of course you can. The hose you hook up, if you have a T or a valve, you valve it off. So whether it's a 900 head multi-zone mini split, it doesn't matter. Oh, I bet it works like a dream, but you can still valve it off, and you don't have to change the oil with it going. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm not bashing it. Like I said, I think it's an awesome pump. My guys love it. Um, I have a company provided Appion. Oh yeah, they're nice. Appion, people forget about Appion, dude. Appion's always been good. Like before, like the True Blue hoses came out, having the half-inch Appion um uh hoses was the shit, dude. That was like if you were pulling vacuums like that, you were fucking king dingaling. It's cool to a 15-year guy. I hear you, man. Hey, whatever floats your boat, Andrew. As long as you're doing shit the right way, I don't give a fuck, man. Whatever your brand is. When I did it yesterday, fellas. um, this new one is not. Hold on, I'll show you. The new Bullet knocked over fucking everything down there. The new Bullet, Yellow Jacket Bullet, the new DC one is pretty badass. I got a couple of those that they send me. Navac pumps are awesome as well. I wanted to start doing something with Navac. Obviously, my buddy Andrew, Mr. AK HVAC, awesome dude. Um, I just it was hard the fact that I deal with Yellow Jacket. I didn't want to kind of cross any lines there, so I got to see how that works out. But I do think Navac makes awesome pumps. We also have a Navac pump. We have one of the battery powered ones. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of these things, like I try all this stuff, so I try not to speak upon something if I've never used it. So we literally have every vacuum pump at our shop. When I go tomorrow, I'll make a video and I'll put them all next to each other so you guys know I'm not bullshitting. Um, but we have Field Piece, Yellow Jacket, Appion, Navac. I mean, there's almost every single one we have. I think the only one we don't have, it would be one of the Richie ones. Mr. Greaves, yep. AK is my man, dude. We've been boys for a while. Uh, Micron gauges. Um, I love the little Omni one from I use the one from Yellow Jacket. But I'll be honest with you. I was gonna say my favorite one is the Blue Vac. I had the Blue Vac Pro, is the one that could light up. That was Bluetooth. When I was still in the field, I bought one of those, and if it was pulling a vacuum, it was cold outside or something, I'd be sitting in my fucking truck smoking a cigarette, like vacuum's looking good. They are awesome. So I will say I like the Blue Vac ones. Um, hold on, I think I still have mine back here. Yeah, because this was always my little Pelican vacuum case. There she is. She is purty. Isn't she purty? Look at her. How you doing, baby? I know I haven't used you in a while. I'm not in the field anymore, but I still love you. This thing's badass. See? Happy on. I used to pull cores, okay? Wasn't no fucking, hack out there. All right. I pull cores. I lost them. I had a bag. All right. So don't tell me I wasn't doing shit right, motherfucker. What is up, Mr. Zeke? How you doing, brother, man? Combustion analyzers. So the ones that I've owned, to be honest, it's funny that Zeke's on here because I sold them to Zeke or sold it to Zeke. I had what was it? The 320 and 310 from fuck. Who makes that? No, Gene's not coming on. Fucking Gene canceled on me 10 minutes before the fucking show was supposed to start. Testo, yeah. I had the Testo 320 and Testo 310. I owned those personally. Obviously I have the Yellow Jacket one, which I like. And I've also used the damn, dude, my fucking brain is not working tonight. What is the fucking blue, like blue and green brand? What the fuck is that again? No, not Testo. God, I can think of it in my fucking head, and I cannot think of it. It's like blue and green. This is gonna bother me. Bacharach. Yes, thank you, Zeke. Jesus Christ, man, fucking mine is not working tonight. There's a Bacharach one that is also pretty nice. But to be honest, the Bacharach one kind of reminds me of like what people say about Yellow Jacket. The screen's not color, at least it wasn't, which doesn't fucking matter to me. I could care less as long as the readings are properly. Hitachi. Yeah, I hope so too, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Gene's my friend, but he pissed me off that he canceled 10 minutes before. This podcast books out fucking, months in advance. So I get it, stuff happens, but 10 minutes before fucking frustrates me, but I'll get over it. I digress. I'm a Testo Bacharach for analyzers. Yeah, I'm gonna give that away. I got a whole thing I have to do. That's why it hasn't happened yet, but I'm gonna give away the Yellow Jack combustion analyzer. I'm gonna try to do it before the holidays. If not, it'll be right after beginning of the new year that I'll be giving it away. I'm trying to think who else. I think Field Piece makes a new one. I've never used it. I know back in the day when they first came out with one, I tried it and it was kind of cheesy. It was more budget friendly. It was cool. That's why I bought it because of the price. But it was kind of shitty, I'll be honest. And that's when I ended up going to buy the Testo ones. But I do think that they have a new one to come out because that's similar to like the Yellow Jacket one. It just has like the color screen. So I'm pretty sure that they have a new one out. He really knows how to. Well, the problem is I think that combustion analyzers are a cool tool to have, but I feel like too many people use it improperly, to be honest. To me, like a combustion analyzer does not say that you have, yes, I'm pretty sure that was it, Jason. Yes, that is exactly what it is. But people use them. So, can a combustion analyzer tell you, uh, that you have to look for something that maybe you might have a crack or something like that? Yes. But to me, we pull heat exchangers. Um, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing like it still doesn't hide certain things is my thing. And checking is good, but I think you have to it's a must have for oil. But I don't know. I've always fought it because in residential, when you have a 90 plus furnace, and or even a 80% furnace, and you're checking like you can't change the oxygen. The only thing you can really change is the gas pressure, airflow, which I can get all that stuff correct without doing a combustion analysis. Just being honest with you. Um, I have them. I'm not saying not to use them. I think I've had this talking with before, and everybody was fucking yelling at me. But all right, hey, Andrew, I'll take the bait. Explain to me why I needed an all gas equipment. Oil, 100%. Have to have it on oil. Boilers, I mean, yeah, boilers, I get it. You can also adjust draft on a boiler. A gas furnace, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't adjust the oxygen. So that's my only thing. And like I said, I'm not saying that not to use them. I'm not saying higher altitudes. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm not in a higher altitude, but even a modulating to ensure giving. No, and so that's one thing that I'll say. I mean, yeah, you can say that it's burning. It's 97% efficient. That's fine. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it doesn't have perks, but to say that 95% of the time or whatever it's a must-have, I just call bullshit. I'm just being honest. Boilers, yes. Oil, yes, because you can adjust the draft. You can adjust, the oxygen. But if you have an induced draft gas furnace, 90 or 80, you cannot adjust the oxygen. You can't change the way it burns. The only thing that you can do is adjust the gas pressure. That's all that you can do. Well, I get it's about efficiency, but it's that thing. If you set the gas pressure, you only have a certain range that you can put it to. They say 3.2 to 3.5 for natural gas when it's high. You have certain ranges. You know what I mean? To get it dialed in perfectly right, that's cool. Not all furnaces, modulating equipment is 100% needed. I can agree with that about modulating stuff. Sorry, hey, it's a good conversation. See, look at the comments going up. Look, I got Andrew almost taking the whole screen, man. See, my job to make people have fucking good conversations. Furnaces do not need combustion analysis. Okay, there. Look at that. We fucking agreed upon something. Freon Leon, what is up, you? What's up, buddy? Modulating boilers, I agree with that. So we're on the same page. We're on the same page. I agree with that. Yeah, yeah. There's sometimes that I used to work on boilers that were like, a million BTUs and shit like that. Those big fucking giant ones. Yes, 100% you should. What is up, Logan? How you doing, my brother? Mr. Logan works for Bluon. It's about keeping the end user happy. Yeah, no, I agree. Plus, it's always about doing, not just doing just enough. It's about going over the top. I agree with that. Out in the mountains working. There you go. Out in the mountains. What mountains would you be in there, my man? Even at sand level. I'm in Maryland, so we're like, I don't know. What are we at, Zeke? We're not like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't work on the big stuff, Jason. I was just throwing numbers out. Okay. I think that's pretty big. It's above average. Blue Ridge out Roanoke. Nice, man. That's a beautiful fucking area. Sweet. Sea level. See, I knew Zeke would know. I didn't fucking know. um, um, trying to think. So we've been talking about tools a lot. I might try to do something. I'm working on some stuff. Like I might want to try want to do like a custom. So obviously not the best of the best, but if you won a prize that was like $1,000 to go buy a tool bag and put some tools in it, is that enough to buy like a decent set of tools, or should it be more than that? If I was to have a giveaway and it's like win your dream tool bag, or start your dream tool bag would probably be the best. Is $1,000 like is that decent or is that's not enough? Black and bar. There, Black and Bar's good. So we do a decent amount of boilers here. Ones that I wasn't a fan of was those Munchkin boilers. I will say that once I understood them better, it was, it was a little bit better, but I wasn't a huge. I didn't like those. More like with the best shit. That's plenty. Well, because I'm just thinking, like, say somebody buys like a nice Vito bag, that could be 300 bones right there. That leaves you with $700. And I'm talking about like if you have to buy like a meter, you know, so you figure a bag, an electrical meter might be half of that, and that might leave you $500 in Denver. Used to be in Chicago. Nice. Denver's beautiful. I'm sorry. When you get off of Denver's airport and you look over and see those snow covered mountains, it's one of my fucking favorite sights in the world. 600 bucks. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Oh, do you love the Munchkins? Like, I wasn't. Granted, I don't want to be ignorant when I say that. I didn't work on a shit ton. I worked on a couple. One gave me a whole bunch of trouble years ago. Um, Munchkins is the ones where it's like, yeah, they're small and it has to have the pump that has to constantly cycle the water through it. And then it's got another pump, or it's got the pump for the loop that just cycles through. I think I'm talking about the right one. I'm almost positive it's Munchkin. Yeah, bag and meter like six. That's what I was saying. I didn't think that $1,000 would be enough. Yeah, so I figured just for like a decent one, I figured it'd be a cool prize. But if I do that, it's got to be like maybe I'll do that when I break like 5 million downloads. I'm like 400,000 away. Probably not even that. I'll probably break 5 million downloads. Probably in January. Do they make a 680? I always thought 660 was the best one. Good choice though. Now I'm curious. Is do they have a fucking field piece 680? They do. Well, now you got me wanting to buy a fucking meter, man. What the fuck? New window. New window. Fuck. All this fucking screen real estate, and nothing's fucking moving. Um, Now I kind of want to see. Hold on, let me see this. I want to see this. 680 can't test these splits. He can't. I I have whatever. Let me see if that's not the one that I have. Meters. Um. Okay, 640. There's the 660. Oh, I'll be damned. They do have a 680. Let me see that motherfucker. Is that new or is that just not? I don't know. Maybe I always thought that I had the 660, or unless I don't know. Whatever the best one they had out is the one that I had. So maybe I do have the 680 then, unless that's new. I don't know why I thought it was 640 then 660. My bag's out there. I don't feel like going to get it, but yes, I love that meter. That's the one that I use personally, and I can do everything I need to do with mini splits. And then I do the field piece lead kit, the one that's like a roll. So I got the leads that I can take out. I got the long, skinny ones if I need to go inside of like Molex plugs, the plungers, the big clamps. I love that lead kit. Mager. Yeah. So I think mine is the um the 680 then. I don't know why I was thinking 660. Yeah, very true. I should do that. I'm gonna ask Bluon's master mechanic, the AI tools tech support, if 1K is enough. I got a video that I got a release of me using that, and it was pretty wild where it got me to. That shit's it's scary how fucking good that thing is. That Subco Light one is total trash. I don't think I've ever even seen that one. Logan, I've been trying to mess with that thing, man. Like I've been trying to get it to screw up, and it's pretty badass where it leads you. So um, we were talking about that on here one of the shows, like half the show. Luke 1507 is more reasonable. I just think some of the flukes you're paying for the name. You're paying for the name fluke. That's just the only thing I've ever had with them. Subco Maker is poo. He called the shit poop, man. Uh, all right, guys. If any of you want to chat about anything, I'm probably gonna get ready to start closing this thing out. Sorry tonight, with the guest canceling, and so you know, close to the showtime, I wasn't planning to uh to be by myself, so I didn't have a show planned because I planned on having a guest. So hope you guys had a good time tonight. Luke is trusted and true. Hey, I've fixed thousands and thousands of units with a field piece, and it's never gone me wrong. Fluke is good. Like I said, I'm not saying Fluke's not bad. I got Fluke stuff too. Um, I think that meter, especially if residential, is awesome. Yeah, I think I'm getting under the weather, man. I feel like shit. Yeah, it sucks. Gene couldn't be here, man. I was looking forward to the conversation, so um, it is what it is. Yeah, I figured this would be fun because at first I was going to cancel, but I wasn't here last night and I didn't want to cancel. So I figured even if I came on and just bullshit it with the people live, it would be a good time. And I like doing these shows sometimes because you guys know when I have a guest, a lot of times I'm concentrating on the guest and I got to glance at the chat, so I miss a lot of things. So you guys end up having your own conversations that I'm not even in. So have a good one, Jason. Yeah, I'm gonna start to close this out, man. Thank all of you for coming here live. This talking about tech stuff, tool bags, and the brands we use, the tool bags we like, and all that kind of stuff has been awesome, man. It's been a cool conversation here tonight. I'm happy to see some people for the first time. Like Andrew. I appreciate you coming here. A lot of them are regulars, Jason, Kraus, Young. I appreciate you guys being here every week. I really do. And there was a couple other ones. It was like HVAC 214 and What's the other one? Obviously, Mr. Logan was here, which I always appreciate. Logan, are you going to be in HR? You'll be there, won't you? Let me see. Ken HVAC, that's the other one. So it was cool to see some new people come in. So that's fucking awesome. So I'm not sure if you came in, Andrew, only because you thought Gene was going to be here, but I'm here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come back, man. I'd love to have you here. Join in different conversations. Awesome. I can't wait to see you, man. I kind of slowed down on the podcast this year, Logan. So I have one whole day, man. I'm just trying to hang out at the Bluon booth and just chill. Maybe do a meetup there. So we'll see. But all right, I'm gonna close this out now. Hope everybody has an amazing week. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming here. Make sure that you hit that like button down there. Share the podcast, follow me on the social media sites if you haven't already. That way you stay up to date with any giveaways that I'm doing. I think it was Nathan Peterson is his last name. I had the one veto giveaway. He is the only one who followed directions. And I thought I messed up the post, so I did it again. And he literally is the only one who followed directions. So he pretty much, he got that one veto bag, which I appreciate him and Jason sharing, the bags that I sent them. Please enjoy. I love to do that, help people out, especially for all you guys that support me. It's the least I can do is, give you a tool bag or a pump or something that you can use every day. It's the least I can do. So yeah, make sure you do all that, like the social media stuff. With that being said, when I have all the merch done, I will let you guys know if any of you want it. So I'll have hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, short sleeve, long sleeve shirts. So I have a little bit of everything. So if anybody wants stuff, let me know, and I will, put your sizes aside and work that out with you, and I'll just ship it out myself. Remember, be safe out there. We all have somebody to make it home to. Keep your head on the swivel. Driving, the roads are crazy. People are trying to cause accidents. Make sure that breaker's turned off. I don't care if it's your best friend who tells you, double check. Make sure it's off, all right? Do the little things. Set yourself apart from the next guy or girl, okay? Keep trying to better yourself. I always say this, podcast, book, online course, whatever it is. Keep trying to be the best version of you. And if you are that good at what you do, give back. Help somebody else be better. All right? I truly believe that you don't really know something until you have to teach somebody else. Mr. Jim Bergman always says that, and I believe it to a T. I started having a whole new knowledge on things when I had to start teaching other people. Give back to the trade. I don't care what level you're on. There's somebody you can give back. Be positive. Change somebody's life in a positive way every day. Give a fuck about the people you work with, the people you associate with every day. You put positivity in the world, you get positivity back. I promise you. All right? You asking that one guy, like I said it before, asking that person a question. Hey, man, I saw, they're on time every day. And all of a sudden you notice for a week straight, they're 10, 15 minutes late. They look down and you ask them, hey, is everything okay? And all of a sudden they're like, no, man, my wife left me, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? That person's wanting you to reach out. So that's all I say. Just give a fuck. All right? And with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there. Please stay safe. Hope you have a great weekend. And I'll talk with you mofos next week. Make sure you check out all the other shows. You have the HVAC nights that I'm not sure if they happened already. You got Just Reliable on Tuesday nights. Monday nights, you got my main man, Chris Stevens, HVACR videos. Friday nights, you got HVAC Overtime. Those guys are fucking awesome with the show they put on. I can never make it because Fridays is goofy with my house, but they're awesome. Saturday nights, you got the Misfits of HVAC. Every single night, you can support the HVAC community and the work it takes to put in to make these shows happen. So make sure you go support all those people. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. See you next week.
Thanks for listening to the HVAC Uncensored podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or email us anytime at hvacuncensored@gmail.com. Now, get back to work. shut this down. The views and opinions shared on the HVAC Uncensored podcast may not necessarily be the views and opinions of our sponsors or guests.
Don't drink and drive, smoke and fly, motherfuckers.
Watch your mouth, bitch.
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh,
Another one. Clean up in aisle 6. Clean up in aisle 6. All right, let me stop this. Have a good night. Oh, turn this motherfucker off. Jesus Christ. All right, goodbye.